It was March of 1957. Martin Luther King and his wife Coretta Scott King were invited to West Africa's Gold Coast, where they would be attending a celebration of the new nation of Ghana as it gained its independence from the British Empire. Dr. King's presence there was a symbol of a global alliance of Black oppressed people seeking freedom and self-determination. King arrived in the Gold Coast on March 4th, as the country was set to become known as the Nation of Ghana. He attended a reception along with Vice President Nixon. He told Vice President Nixon, "I want you to come visit us down in Alabama, where we're seeking the same kind of freedom the Gold Coast is celebrating." The next day, King attended the ceremonial closing of the old British Parliament. At the ceremony, the recently incarcerated Nkrumah and his ministers wore their prison caps, symbolizing their struggle to win Ghana's freedom. Dr. King wrote the following words: "When I looked out and saw the Prime Minister there with his prison cap on that night, that reminded me of the fact that freedom never comes easy. It comes through hard labor, and it comes through toil." On March 6th at midnight, King attended the official ceremony in which the British Union Jack was lowered and the new flag of Ghana was raised. The British colony of the Gold Coast became the independent nation of Ghana. King later recalled as he walked out, he noticed that people were everywhere all over the polo grounds, 500,000 strong, waiting for this hour and this moment for years. King's reaction to the Ghanaian triumph was very emotional. He said, "Before I knew it, I started weeping. I was crying for joy, and I knew about all the struggles and all of the pain and all of the agony that these people had gone through for this moment." King was interviewed while he was in Ghana. He told the radio listeners that, "Like, subscribe, share. Let the movement of African Renaissance time now begin with a click." This event, the birth of this new nation, will give impetus to oppressed people all over the world. I think it will have worldwide implications and repercussions, not only for Asia and Africa, but also for America. It renews my conviction in the ultimate triumph of justice, and it seems to me that
this is fit testimony to the fact that eventually the forces of justice triumph in the universe, and somehow the universe itself is on the side of freedom
and justice. So this gives new hope to me in the struggle for freedom. As African Americans, we feel a special connection with the nation of Ghana, which hosted in 2019 the Year of Return, honoring the 400th anniversary of the arrival of enslaved African people in Jamestown, Virginia in 1619. On both sides of the Atlantic, Black people have been engaged in struggle to free themselves from slavery and oppression in the Americas and colonialism and exploitation on the continent of Africa. It was Kwame Nkrumah who envisioned the United States of Africa. When Ghana achieved independence, he made it clear that the freedom of Ghana was meaningless without the freedom of the rest of Africa. It was great that these two Black giants met on the continent, which is the home of all Black people, making it clear that our struggle is one and we are one people. I urge all of us to do what we can to ensure that this will be the African century and that we will usher in a global African Renaissance with Black people leading the way in trade and cultural exchange between the United States and in the continent of Africa. Are you ready? It's African Renaissance time.